not. My family was transferred up to San Francisco right before my senior year. I was a senior and Lindsay was a junior. I first met him during my senior year. And we sang a song together, and then he disappeared off the face of the earth, and I never saw him again until I got a call from the drummer in his band and said, "Do you want to join our band?" We love him too. They love you. And you weren't even there. Where were you? You were both gone. Thank you. My story is getting lost here. Okay, so they disappeared. They called me and said, "Would you like to join our band?" And I said, "Well, what kind of a band is it?" And they said, "It's a really hard rock and roll San Francisco kind of band, because here we are in the midst of like the mecca of music and artists from 65 to 70. That was like the best place you could possibly be if you were an artist or a musician." And so I joined this band and we started playing immediately. And within a couple of weeks we were opening for very big acts, doing very big shows. For instance, 75,000 people for Jimi Hendrix. 30,000 people from Janis Joplin at Stanford University, Frost Amphitheater. We opened for Santana the week before the movie Woodstock came out. Huge. And not last but least, there are many, but these are the only four I'm going to tell you about tonight. We got stuck in Lodi with Creedence Clearwater for Rio because our car broke down. But we also opened for them. So anyway, we were making really good money considering we were just a bunch of really young kids. And so I heard about this store in downtown San Francisco where all the famous rock and roll women went and bought their clothes. And it was called the Velvet Underground. Just the name killed me. So I saved my money and I drove up there in my Corvette Monza Spider 5-speed candy apple red black interior fantastic car that my dad really bought for himself, but it was for me, but I couldn't drive it. But I learned. So I buzzed up to San Francisco and I went to the store and I walked in and it was a tiny little store and it had all these beautiful things hanging everywhere, and I knew for a fact that there was no way I could possibly afford anything in it. But I was standing on this beautiful hand-painted hardwood floor, which I had never seen anything like it, then or since. And I went, "Oh my God, well, I'm here for a reason. I'm standing here where Janis Joplin stands, or where Grace Slick stands, or where many other famous women I don't even know about stand." And I felt this like amazing thing happen to me, and I had what I like to call a seizure premonition, and I felt something coming, like there was going to be something that was going to happen, it was going to be big. And what I realize in hindsight now was that what I saw was Fleetwood Mac. I saw Lindsay and Nick and John and Christine, and I saw the hugeness of what was coming towards me. And so when I walked out of that store, I was a different person. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because I just want you to always remember that if you have a dream, please don't give up on that dream. Follow your dream and your passion, because your life is going to suck if you don't. You need that dream, and you need that passion. So whatever anybody says, you just have to tell them to get out of your way and do it your way and do what you want, because it can happen. And you could be a big rock and roll star or a big something else, you never know. So I'm back to the Velvet Underground, back to the floor that I loved, back to a room with some lace and paper flowers, back to the Gypsy that I